Hi, and welcome to Mr. Fridge Fine Art. Today is a big day for me. Today is my first YouTube video. I've been talking about creating these for a long time, and today is finally the day, so I'm glad that you get to be a part of it with me. What I thought I would do first is maybe start off with some simple color pencil blending techniques, maybe begin with warm colors, and we can go from there. I'm glad you decided to join me today. Before we actually start blending some colors, let's talk about materials. The first thing is, I like a quality sharpener. I don't feel like I can do my best work unless the pencil is perfectly sharpened. I bought this little mini Orbit sharpener that's lasted for years, and the thing I like about it is it stops when I need it to, and it'll give me a nice sharp point. Perfect every time. So that's the first thing, a good quality sharpener. The second thing is, I prefer Prisma color pencils. I know they cost a little more and there's a couple of various grades and qualities of Prisma colors, but if I'm going to take the time to create something, I want to use a quality product. That doesn't mean that other color pencils aren't good. These are just the ones I prefer. I will be showing you a demonstration today using Crayolas and also Prisma colors so you can see the difference. The second thing is, if you are a teacher like me and you let your students use your color pencils, your box might look a little bit like my box. Not very organized, but it also might be partly my fault. The other thing is, some of the popular colors might end up looking like this yellow here. So, just for fun. I'm going to start my demonstration today using the Prisma colors, and I'll also be starting with some warm color blending techniques. For those of us that might be beginners out there, warm colors are reds, red oranges, oranges and yellows, colors that actually feel warm. Think of like fire. Very basic technique to start with. I'm going to just push hard. Get in the habit of pushing hard, see what the color actually looks like, what it's meant to look like. If you can color something like this, you're well on your way to blending. The key and the hard part is to now take this solid opaque color and start to fade it out a little bit. So I'm pressing really hard. Now I'm going to ease up on the pressure. I'm going to slowly get lighter. This is called value, or a value scale. I'm going from dark to light. So this is a couple inches long. I started with dark, faded to light. Now I'm going to move on to a red-orange. I'm going to start my color right inside of the other color, going right over top of it. This will help to smooth and blend it even more. And I'm going to do the exact same technique. I'm going to push hard and slowly fade it out, getting lighter in value. Just slowly get lighter. Moving on to my orange, same thing. You can go right over the top. It won't hurt anything. It'll fill in some of those gaps. Pressing hard. It's getting nice and smooth, and I'm slowly going to fade that orange, trying to make it go almost into nothing. This is a little bit lighter orange. Again, same technique. You can go right over top of those other colors, pressing hard. I'm going to slowly ease up on the pressure. And fade it out into nothing. And if you're like me and have been quarantined for a couple weeks, your arm should already be getting tired. Now I'm going to move on to my fabulous little yellow. Still has some life in it. Again, go right into those other colors. All it's going to do is smooth and blend it more. You can't hurt it. And pressing hard. I'm going to fade that color almost into nothing. Sometimes I like to use the white. You can finish it off. The white has a nice ability to smooth and blend as well. In another episode, we'll talk a little bit about colorless blenders, but for now, this is a pretty nice example. So just keep in mind, pressing hard, fading it off to nothing, take your next color, press hard, fade it to nothing, and that's a simple colored pencil value scale. Thanks for watching. So we finished our value scale using Prismacolors. Now I'm going to use Crayola. You may not notice a significant difference. A lot of it comes down to just what you prefer using. So these are the Crayola color pencils using the same techniques. I'm going to start hard. And I'm going to fade my color off. Started with my red, now I'm going to move on to my red-orange. And again, putting the color right over top, won't hurt it. Pressing hard, working my way down. There's not much difference between the red and red-orange in Crayolas. And I'm going to slowly fade my color off. Moving on to my orange, same thing. It does not hurt to go over top of the other colors. It'll just smooth it a little more. Pressing hard. I'm going to cover up the red-orange and slowly begin to get lighter. Then I'll be moving on to my yellow. Again, go right over top. You might notice I use mostly vertical strokes. It does not hurt to go perpendicular. That will also help blend it. I just happen to prefer going vertical. Right here is where you might notice a big difference between Crayolas and Prismacolors. If you look right here, these are blending pretty nicely. It's hard for the Crayolas to blend that orange. It still looks decent, but it will not blend it perfectly. White also works well for blending and smoothing a little bit with the Crayolas. Again, you can do some perpendicular strokes, might help blend some of that orange. But again, very simple blending technique. It is just harder for Crayolas to get those blends quite as nicely as Prismas. Again, thank you for watching.